Hi y'all, Rene here. I am here to do a really fun workshop. This one is a little bit more involved because you will be using texture paste with our palette knives. It is optional, you don't have to do this part, but I decided I'm going to do it. So what I'm going to do first, I've already cut all my papers, I've already popped out all of my die cuts, which were so easy, they were awesome, didn't even need to trim any. So I think what I'm going to do, it also, just so you know, it also comes with this sticker sheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the instructions. I'm going to find everywhere that I need to use texture paste, and I'm going to go ahead and do that on all of the items that need texture paste. Then I'm going to let them sit overnight and dry completely. That way I don't mess them up. And it's getting pretty late here, so that'll also give me a chance to go watch some TV with my husband. So I'm just going to go ahead, put some music on, and do the texture paste, and then tomorrow I'll pick the video back up and go ahead and put together all of the pages. It does make two two-page layouts and then two single-page layouts. I don't know about you, but I'm not a big fan of the single-page layouts, but these two look like they might work together. The colors are similar, it's got some of the same paper, so we'll see how they come out. Another option you always have is creating an additional page for each one of them. Now this kit did not have a lot of leftover paper. This is all the leftover paper and a couple of zip strips and this real pretty paper. But you could always use this to make some sort of embellishments, and I'm guessing we'll probably have stickers left over. We always do. And then you can create yourself some additional pages. So just an idea. So I'm going to go ahead and do all the texture pasting, and then I will come back after that and then start putting all of the pages together. Oh, one other thing you need to be aware of. The kit, just so you know, this is going to be in your kit. Some of the die cuts are mislabeled on the die cut sheets. So just make sure that when you pop out all of what's marked as project 2, it goes with project 4, 3 goes with 2, and 4 goes with 3. 1 is where it should be. And I'll just show you real quick for those of you who haven't watched me do this before. What I do is I save these old bags and I mark them. Like this one's marked, oops, you can put it in the camera. This one's marked 1. So all the pieces for number 1 go in this bag. Same thing with 2 and 3 and then 4. So I'm going to hopefully not get these confused when I start doing the texture paste. So what you're going to want for the texture paste, you're going to want to have some baby wipes. Any baby wipes work, or you can just have, if you don't have baby wipes, just a wet towel. You're going to want your texture paste, the opaque matte. Now this stuff is great because you can color this with watercolor, and it'll take, or even with ink, and you can color it and make your own paste in all kinds of different colors. I prefer to do that rather than buy all the different colors. And then you'll need some palette knives, and these are the Ranger palette knives. So I'm going to go ahead, put some music on, get started with this, and I will see you back in a little while. Okay, so this kit is complete. This was a really cool kit. There's a lot of pieces to it, but you know, it came together pretty easy. And even the part where I did the texture paste, that didn't take long at all. I think it took me a total of maybe 20 minutes. And I know I let it dry overnight, but truthfully, it was probably dry in like 10 minutes. I could have continued on in about 10 minutes. So yeah. There are several pieces of journaling strips. I'm going to leave those off for the moment until I decide if I'm going to journal, what I'm going to journal, and how I'm going to journal. So here's the first one. And this one was also supposed to have this word winter, but it goes right here over the picture. And you know how I usually, like I did here, I left this open so I could slide the picture in. Well, there's so much of this word that goes on top of the picture that I decided to leave it off for now. I'm going to cut this out and I'm going to store it with this particular layout. And then once I put my picture in, then I can put my sticker over the top of it. The other kind of cool thing that they do now is because we are in several different markets. We are in Australia, New Zealand, we are in Canada, and we are also in Japan. So what they've done with some of the kits is they've included, I'm not sure if you call it Queen's English, Imperial English, I'm just not sure. They have been including the other spelling of certain words. So like colorful or colorful, depending on whether you're in America, only, you know, OR. And if you're in Australia, New Zealand, in Canada, OUR. So same thing with cozy. They use an S. We use a Z here in America. So I thought that was kind of cool that they included it. Not sure what I'm going to do with this. I was looking to see if I could take it apart and cut it and make it into other words. So, but there we have that extra piece. So that's the first layout. I love the way these all came together. If I were doing it again, start at one end or the other and then work your way up or down. I had put that piece on and then that piece on, and what I ended up with was down here. You can't tell on the camera, but there's a little bit of a dent of a ridge because two of the papers overlapped each other because I didn't have this far enough down. So that's what I would do different on that one. But this is really cute. I love this. Then the next one, again, we've got some journaling strips that I'm gonna just store with the pages until I decide what I'm doing. This one is a 2-page layout. So that's the 2 pages. And I think this turned out really cute too. I think putting photos in here is gonna be a little bit challenging, but I think probably what I will do is cut my photos in a circle. And I have some circle dies that I can use for that. And then I'll just place my photos right over the tops of these. And if there's a little bit of a gap, it's no big deal because you'll see the white, or if it goes a little bit bigger, it'll just go over the edge of that brown, which is again, no big deal. So there's that. And here's where I did some of the texture paste. And you can see here, I don't know if it shows up very well on the camera, but it just kind of looks like snow has frosted. And then there's also some right here on the page. And the same thing with the second page. And I just love this bird. And this was really cool. These are wood pieces, by the way. The Outdoor Memories and the Destination Fun. I don't know if you can see that there is some dimension there. And I love how this was already curved for you. That just turned out so cute. And those of you who haven't seen me do it before, sometimes when there's stickers and I want to make them dimensional, meaning I want to put some foam adhesive on the back to kind of bring them up off the page, what I do first is I just use, this is just a powder tool. You can get this. They also have ones that are in a little pouch with powder in them. And really what it's for when you're embossing, because you don't want your embossing powder to stick where you don't want it. But it also works great on stickers. It takes the sticky off, and then you can put your foam adhesive on the back. So there's that one. Then this one I think is probably my favorite. And the reason it's my favorite is these trees are so great. I love this layout. So here is this one. And again, we've got snow on there, or AKA texture paste to make it look like snow. You could also, in your texture paste, you could also put glitter. and then it would look like sparkling snow. So that might be an idea. So, and I love the deer on this one. I still have one more deer on my sticker page. That at first I thought that was the deer that went there. So not sure what I'm going to do with her. And then the other thing that was really cool, and I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but these trees are, there are lines on there that you fold on to do mountain, valley, mountain, valley, mountain, valley, and mountain. And so your trees are kind of wavy. And then what I did was I took, these are just some cheapo scrapbook adhesive. I have a whole bunch of them that I'm trying to use up. I just cut them in half and put the foam adhesive just in the middle where it makes a mountain. Then once I stuck it down, the valleys point down. So it really gives it a really nice texture. So this turned out so great. I love that layout. And then the final layout is this sweet little layout. This is really heavy, by the way. Just know that it's got a lot of heft to it. And I was curious if I could use this in my book together. They do have similar colors, but I'm not sure if they would work as a 2-page layout. So I may end up making another page for both of them. This one will probably be pretty easy. Just use some of this mink color and maybe cut some trees out of some coordinating green that on my Cricut, because there are some Cricut cartridges that have these shapes, and then make myself a coordinating page for the other side. And then the same thing with this. I do have in my leftovers here, I have some more of that paper with the birds on it. So I might be able to do a coordinating page for the other side. And I also still have stickers. I have these, again, I have the deer, some words, I have some strips, and I have this cute little square here. These are the days. Winter I'm going to use on my other page, but I've got some extra pieces. So I may make some coordinating pages for these two so that I have two 2-page layouts for both of those. And for that, I'll only have to add a couple pieces of 12 by 12. So I hope you enjoyed this project. Again, this is the Spruced Up Scrapbooking Workshop, and I did do the optional texture paste technique, and I had a great time with it. It was a lot of fun. I hope you give it a try. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment down below. If you're not already a subscriber, I sure would love to have you be a subscriber. I'm really trying to get to 500 subscribers. That's just a little goal of mine for the year. It would be great if I meet it. If not, it'll be my goal again next year. But if you could help me out, that would be awesome. And I hope you have a great day, and leave me questions if you have any. I'd love to hear from you. Take care. Bye-bye.